Hello boys and girls, I am Miss Martina Archer Semple, and today we would be looking at air pollution. Okay, get your paper, your pencils, and put on your listening ears. Alright, at the end of today's session, our objective is to understand what is air pollution, what causes air pollution, the effects of air pollution, and how we can help to reduce air pollution. What is air pollution? Air pollution refers to the release of pollutants into the air that are detrimental to humans' health and to the planet as a whole. Or we can say that air pollution is a contamination of air with impurities, things that aren't supposed to be there. These include dust, smoke, greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide. What causes air pollution? The air can become polluted through some of the following ways. When we burn our garbage and other waste. Yes, when we burn our garbage and other waste materials, or reckless burning of garbage. Secondly, when farmers spray their pesticides in the atmosphere, when we spray products such as air fresheners, yes, those lovely smelling air fresheners, right, and things like bacon, fish spray, even perfume, etc. into the atmosphere, those are some of the things that causes pollution into the atmosphere. Yes, bacon, fish spray, even the perfume that we put on to smell nice causes air pollution. Now, here is a picture showing you what the factories are doing to the atmosphere. Now you see how that smoke is bellowing out of the factory there, and it's almost clouding the entire atmosphere. You can't see beyond the smoke. Right, that is where the air is being polluted by factories. And that is only one simple example. Yes, let's continue. Now, through smoke from factories and motor vehicles, the vehicles that drive up and down to transport us, yes, the black smoke from motor vehicles is called carbon monoxide. What is it called? Carbon monoxide. Yes, those black smoke that comes out of the truck and the cars and so on is called carbon monoxide, and that is very, very dangerous to our atmosphere. Also, the burning of fossil fuel. Yes, the burning of fossil fuel. Deforestation. Deforestation means without trees, harmful gases cannot be absorbed. Right? Without trees, the harmful gases cannot be absorbed. So, deforestation is a big factor. All right, so let's look into the effects. What are some of these effects? How can it affect the air or the consequences of air pollution? One, the decreased visibility, interference with the safe operation of aircraft. Now, when we have all these black smoke and clouded atmosphere, the pilots, they cannot see, right? So that would decrease their visibility, okay? They would interfere with the safe operation of aircraft. Yes, also the effects on human health. Human health is very, very important. So, such as the increase of respiratory diseases like asthma, when the air is all clogged up and we panting for breath and we can't breathe properly, bronchitis, lung cancer, right? When the air is not clear, all of those things can come into effect. Now, air pollution can cause building to be blackened and look dark and old and ugly with what? With smoke. Then we have the greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases, by trapping the Earth's heat in the atmosphere, greenhouse gases lead to a warmer temperature. And all the hallmarks of climate change, for example, we would have rising sea level, yes, high level above sea defense, the water would rise, and we have extreme weather heat related deaths, mean that persons can even die from heat stroke, right? This weather would become so hot that people can fall down and die like that. Yes, and the increasing transmission of infectious diseases like lymph, right? Yes, infectious diseases like lymph. Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide comes from combusting fossil fuels and methane. Yes, you would have heard in our previous lesson we talk about methane. Methane can be dangerous, and if we use it properly, it can become very useful as well. Yes, and methane comes from natural and industrial sources, including the large amounts that are released during oil and gas drilling. Yes, during oil and gas drilling. Now, all of that being said, how can we help to reduce air pollution? How can we help to reduce air pollution? Simply reduce the things we use, reuse the things that we once used, and recycle waste. Yes, reduce, reuse, recycle waste. Instead of burning garbage, or bury the garbage, or make compost heap instead of burying them or burning them, so we can make compost heaps. Only burn garbage at a specifically designed incinerators. Don't just throw it out in the yard and burn it just like that. No, burn it in specifically designed incinerators. Conserve energy by switching off air conditions. When we're not using air conditioners, we can switch them off. When we're not using our fans, when we wake up in the morning, we take it off. Or once we're not using it in the living room or wherever, we turn it off. We also turn off the lights. Once we're not having the purpose or the use of the lights anymore, or at the moment, we take it off. Yes, so we can use public mode of transportation. Instead of driving your car every day to go everywhere, sometimes we can use public transportation. Yes, use products that are chloroform carbon free. Use products that are chloroform carbon free. Yes. Practice reforestation. Practice reforestation or planting back of trees. And another way, simply buying things that are locally manufactured. When we buy food that are locally manufactured, we're avoiding transportation that have to travel across countries and travel across a city and so on. So buying food locally cuts down on fossil fuel burned in trucking or flying across countries. Now, in conclusion, air pollution is a mixture of solid particles and gases in the atmosphere. Yes, air pollution is a mixture of solid particles and gases in the atmosphere. Car emissions, chemicals from factories, dust, pollen, and mold spores may be suspended in the atmosphere. Ozone, a gas, is a major part of air pollution in cities, towns, countries. When ozone forms air pollution, it's also called smog. And here we have a picture showing smog. It's looking at, when you're here, you cannot see like 2 miles away from here because the atmosphere is all dusty and clouded and so on, right? It's all cloudy and dusty looking. Right, so that is what we call smog. Some air pollutants are poisonous. Yes, they are poisonous. Inhaling them can increase the chance you'll have health problems. And as we talked about earlier, the health problems are like asthma, bronchitis, lung cancer. So people with heart or lung disease, older adults, and children are at greater risk from air pollution. Air pollution isn't just outside. The air inside buildings can also be polluted and affect your health. All right, and that would have brought us to the end of this session. I hope that you would have understand a little more on air pollution, some causes and ways how we can prevent air pollution. So long, I am Miss Martina Archer Semple saying, be safe. Bye.